up to these days?
Oh, nothing much. Out looking to stir the pot, you know.
Oh, golly.
I got a question. I was told maybe you could help me with the answer.
I can try.
I guess you're like the...
I'm the township clerk.
Right. But you handle the voting part. Okay. I asked the lady about some rules.
Okay.
I've downloaded the thing. It's like 331 pages of the Michigan voting thing. I forget what it's called. I'm not good at retaining all this information. There's a bunch of it I'm learning. You know what I mean? So, but I know in the voting rules, there's a section about media, and there should be a place where, say, if like 9 and 10 News wanted to come and get some shots of the voting, how voting's going here, there's supposed to be some kind of possible designated area for them to do which from. And so I know in the rules it's in there somewhere. Mm-hmm. I don't know where to look offhand. And I was wondering if you could help me navigate this real quick. Okay. Because when I went in there to vote and did my voting. They had the sign, no cell phones. But when you look at it, there's no law attached to it. So.
Let me see what I can find for you.
What time is the voting end tonight?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
You have to be in line at 8 o'clock to vote.
Okay. And I know some of these rules vary from state to state too, you know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
With the whole public area type, you know what I mean?
Yep, that's one thing. It's the states, the individual states that set their
Right.
rules.
But I know there is some rules that do allow videography and photography from a certain area. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I'm picking up for you.
right, and whatever that area is, I want to see if we can figure out what that area is for over here. You know what I mean? So I can get a short video, maybe some pictures.
Well, you have to be cautious because you have to get permission from the people you're videotaping.
No expectation of privacy in public. You know. If I was sharing their information, then yeah, I would need permission, but we're not trying to share no information.
It's the video cameras, cell phones, cameras, televisions, recording equipment in the polls. To ensure that all voters who attend the polls on election day have a full opportunity to exercise their right to vote in private without undue distractions or discomfort, the following must be observed. The use of video cameras, still cameras, recording devices by voters, challengers, and poll watchers is prohibited in the polls during the hours the polls are open for voting.
Okay.
In the polls.
All right.
That's that building.
Yep.
This includes video camera, still camera, and recording devices built into many cell phones and other electronic devices. Broadcast stations and news media representatives may be permitted to briefly film from the public area of the polling room. In no case can personnel working for broadcast stations or the news media set up a camera in the voting area of the polling room.
Okay.
In an instance where a broadcast station or media representative wishes to film a polling room and the public area of the polling room is too small to accommodate the film crew, they must film from the entryway into, so that would be the outside hallway. Regardless of whether a film crew making such a request positions themselves in the public area of the polling place or the entryway, the precinct chairperson must supervise the filming process to ensure the secrecy of the ballot is fully protected and no voters are inconvenienced by the filming process. News reporters are not permitted to interview voters inside the polling place. So if you want to talk to people, you have to talk to them outside.
Right.
And you are not a broadcast station or news media representative.
No, not a representative.
But you have to have credentials.
Right, if you're representing a news media company, I'm representing myself and exercising the right to free press.
But
I don't need.
I read you the rules.
Right, but you don't need credentials for that because there is no state authorized anything that issues credentials. Those are just anybody can issue a credential. So that's why I'm wondering, like it said here, you can from a public area. Okay, where was that?
Public area is the hallway outside.
Okay, and see that's where my debate's at this point. Okay, because the rooms it's clearly divided from that room's clearly divided. You have a public area, then you enter into a voting area.
Correct.
Which would be after, to me, seems like it would be after where you pick up your ballot. You know, that's just the way I'm seeing it. I don't know that that's accurate. You know what I mean? So my question is, that desk, you know, where it shows the ballot at, and you apply for your voting thing or whatever, you know, would that point be considered public and then after that be considered the voting area? You know what I mean?
Yes. But you would only be able to video from that table. You can't video into.
Well, okay, I hear what you're saying, but here's the nuance to that. Whatever you can see from public view, you can take a picture of from public.
It clearly says you cannot video in there. So you're facing into the polling area where people are voting. Okay,
so if I was just to video that first initial area and not show the voting booth.
You cannot video, you cannot turn your camera towards anything beyond where those folding doors are.
Right, yeah.
You have to be right in that area.
Right.
And I'm gonna double check with, I'm gonna make a phone call so we can confirm that.
Right. Because, I mean, if I got to stand outside the glass door and take some pictures through the window, so be it. You know what I mean?
If you're taking pictures of people voting, you are violating their right to privacy. That's not, I don't believe that that's completely accurate. That's my opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong.
briefly film the public area of the polling room. Okay,
Hey Hillary, it's Pat McLaughlin. Please call me. I need some verification on video camera and videotaping in a polling place by someone who is not a media representative or representative of a broadcast network, just a public resident. Give me a call, 906-586-9522, extension 2. Thanks. Hello, Ethel.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Just have some recycling money to drop off.
Okay, 1 second.
Hey, can I keep these copies?
Those are for you.
Thank you.
$176.26. Okay.
No. Oh, yes, and plus the 15, yes,
Plus the
that's right,
15.
yeah,
181.26.
yes,
You want me to just keep that?
yeah, throw that out, you know. 191.
176.26 and 15 is 191.26.
And I wanted to let you know that I'm passing the baton for the next Halloween. So Kathy Harrington is gonna be in charge of the Halloween party, so she'll be the one coming in and making the
Okay.
reservation next year, just so you know.
Wow,
Finally
that's,
got rid of that
I was
job.
gonna say that's very un-Ethel.
Oh my gosh, I kept adding jobs and finally I decided I gotta get rid of some of these. I can't do all
Yeah,
this
there
stuff.
comes a time when all those, yeah, I can do it all come at the same time.
Yes,
And you can't be in 3 or 4 or 5 places at once.
yeah, so I
Alright,
just wanted to give you a heads up on that.
alright, good.
Well, thank you so much. Election seems to be going well.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's more people than I thought.
yeah, I will get, I bet close to 300,
I think the library is an important place to this community for a lot of people.
which
Yeah,
is,
I
which
think
is
so
why we're doing this, which is
Yeah.
why we fought so hard
Yeah.
to, yeah, I think it'll be exciting.
I'm not afraid to say I voted for it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. And it's not an increase to anybody, it's the taxes we paid before.
Yes, yeah.
Superior District wanted to double it, they wanted us to collect 1 mil, and there's no reason.
Just so they could fill their coffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so, all that extra money.
And she'll
We'll
have a
just
little
take
more
it.
freedom to do some stuff she wants to do too, I think.
Well, and,
And she's losing some stuff too, I understand. She's losing some supports kind of stuff,
well,
but
you know, when you really look at what they gave her,
not much.
no. Which I think, that was one of the reasons I encouraged the, Friends Group to become a 501c3, because then you can apply for arts grants and those kind of things to help support all those extra things we want to do at the library.
Yeah.
Um,
And
And-
that's progressing well also.
Yep, I heard that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
I think
it'll be good.
everything has been sent in. I think the actual 501c3 application,
Mhm.
we had to get articles of incorporation, EIN and all that
Yeah,
other stuff
yeah,
first.
yeah.
And then she just sent that the 501c3 application this week.
Good.
And so, I think, once we get the paperwork back on that,
That'd be great.
we're good to go.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And we'll get our library board in place and
Yeah, are they doing that at the meeting Tuesday night? The township
the
meeting?
board meeting is Monday.
Oh.
It got moved to Monday because Don wants to go hunting.
Oh, okay.
That's important up here. People need that meat.
Yeah, and actually, when I'm done here, I'm gonna make phone calls to set up interviews with 7 people that applied for 6 positions.
Oh,
So,
well, why is it a 6 position
I don't
board?
know.
It's usually
the
an
step.
odd
I
number.
know. Even the woman at the Library of Michigan, the attorney that I've been working with on all this, said the same thing. Why an odd number? Or why not an odd number? But
yeah.
and it's
because then you get a board that's 3 for
Yeah.
and 3 against, and now you're deadlocked.
I know.
That's why they
I
usually
know.
do an odd number.
It seems very strange to me, but and the other thing is
And who set the 6 as opposed to the 7?
the state.
Really?
Yeah, it's state law. And it's
Oh.
old state law, I think.
Oh.
There's specific laws for township libraries or specific laws for school public libraries, district libraries. It's all different.
Okay.
In township libraries, they're elected for 4 years, and it follows the same time frame as the election of the township officials, the township
Okay.
board, as I understand it. So
Okay,
it's
which
not
will then
staggered.
be next fall?
Yeah, everybody now will be appointed interimly, and they will have to run, as could anybody else that's a registered voter, resident of Portage Township, can run. It's an unpaid position, you know. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's
another
okay.
one of those thankless things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So, well, you have some good candidates, I know. So,
yeah, we do.
It'll happen well. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Well, if I don't see you
appreciate it.
before you leave, I guess when will you be back?
Well,
After
we're
Christmas?
coming back. Oh no, we're not coming back till May.
Oh
We're
my!
not coming back this winter at all because, we sold our snowmobiles and we don't ice fish anymore. So, and we
Stay
don't make
someplace
we
warm.
don't make maple syrup. So, we'll stay down there. We'll get enough snow down there.
Yeah.
And we're taking 2 trips, I think, this winter, at least one. And one is the one I'm sure we're taking is in May. We're going to the Grand Canyon and the national parks in Utah.
Oh.
So we'll be gone almost 2 weeks.
Oh, that sounds nice.
But then we won't get back up here as early as we normally do because usually we come back the first week of May.
Oh, well, then you'll miss mud season totally.
Yes,
You'll
yes.
be
And I
back-
won't be
you'll-
here if there's an election either.
There will be one in January.
In
No,
January?
February.
February.
End of
I'll miss-
February is the presidential primary.
Oh, okay, I'll miss that one. I'll have to do that absentees.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll send us something.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good. Well, thank you for all you do.
Well, not nearly as much as I'd like to do, but
Yeah.
it's what I can do, so.
Well,
The
have a
older I
safe-
get, the less I can do.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. I hear you.
Okay, well, have a good winter,
Thank you.
and I'll see you in the May. end of
Sounds
May.
good with the trilliums and the black flies.
Yeah. Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so one of the things I'm curious about is the fact that it does state that there has to be accommodations. Okay, because right here it says if the polling area is too small to accommodate, so there clearly has to be some kind of accommodations, and that accommodation is from the public area. Then what is the public
Well,
area?
the polling room is not too small. Our polling room is quite large.
Right, I
Our
agree.
public area is that area from the door to that
Okay.
table.
Okay, and then after that, the question is, where are you allowed to direct your camera? Because my understanding is what you can see from public, you can video from public. You can't trespass eyes. That'd be like if I was standing there, you could tell me I can't look over there. If I can look over there, I can also video over there. See what I'm saying?
You're making this really hard on me.
I'm sorry, but you know.
Go pick on somebody in the city
Well,
or
I'm not
something.
trying to pick on nobody, but this is
just convenient.
Well, it has nothing to do with that. But I mean, this is my local area, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Well, it says the chairperson, regardless of whether a film crew. My concern is broadcast stations and news media. It does not say members of the public.
Right, but here's the thing.
And that's the clarification I'm gonna get from the county.
But here's the thing, we all have the right to free press, not just Fox News and CNN.
I'm telling you what the law is, okay? And the guidelines. And that's what I have to go by.
I understand that.
Okay.
You know, I'm not trying to be a pain in your butt, you know, but I do want some clarification, and I think that clarification could be good for the whole community, you know.
Well, in my 12 years, you're the only person that's...
Well, I believe that. I don't doubt that, you know. So I think me and you agree that that area, them doors before walking through, that area there where that table is, that is considered the public area, right?
Yes, it is. Always has been.
Okay. So we agree on that. I can go in there with my camera to that point. Now the question is
No, Mike, I still have not determined whether you are eligible to be able to do that. I question that you are not part of a broadcast network or whatever is listed on there. I need clarification as to.
I'm just making conversation.
Yeah, and so if I find that you fall under that criteria, then you can go in that public area. But until I get some clarification from Bureau of Elections.
Right. How long are you going to be in the office for today?
I'm here until we close the polls and finish everything out tonight.
Okay, so I don't have to waste my time sitting here. I can come back up in a little bit, and maybe by then we can have some clarification there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know these press rights aren't just for Fox News and CNN. You know what I mean? These are freedom of the press is for everybody.
Well, like I said, it says there who can. I just need to know what of those categories you fall under.
Right. All right, I will be back. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Going on 2?
1:45.
I'll be back up here 4:30, 5 o'clock. Maybe by then we'll have some clarification. And then until then I'm gonna go home and do some research myself. Because I know some other people that have already done this in other parts of the state, and they've said some of the same things you have, you know, and come to find out that they were wrong as well. And I'm not saying you're wrong isn't a bad thing, you know. What we don't know, you know what I mean? What we don't understand.
I'm gonna find out.
Right, what we don't understand.
Misrepresent.
Right, and I appreciate that. So we'll go from there, all right?
Sounds good. I'll see you later.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that, Pat.